I've definitely talked my shit about Halo Infinite on this channel, but honestly, with the new season and all the changes that have been happening to this game in like the last couple of months to probably a year, honestly, dude, 343's really made me eat a lot of the shit talking that I was doing in the past. If you didn't know, 343's had a lot of changes of employment at their company, and who knew that that's all they needed to actually get this game going and to finally get this game to a point where I'm like, yeah, this is a pretty good, maybe even almost great Halo game. If you haven't given Halo Infinite a try at all, or maybe if you left a couple of seasons ago and you're considering coming back, I honestly think that right now is a perfect time to jump back into this game because it's clear that 343, at least it seems like they're starting to know what they're doing with this game. Now, of course, if we, turn back the clock to 2021 when this game first came out, it was really a clusterfuck. It was a shitstorm. Whatever adjective you want to use, that was definitely applicable to Halo Infinite back in 2021. The game, when it came out, dude, I mean, this shit was rough. It had pretty much no maps, barely any modes, and honestly, it was just really disappointing to a lot of people like myself because I was really hyped for this game. I remember the lead up to Halo Infinite being probably some of the most hype I was feeling since Titanfall 2 when it comes to like looking forward to a shooter, because of course, I've been hyped for other games like, Cyberpunk, which we don't talk about, Starfield, which we also kind of don't talk about because I was pretty disappointed with it, Spider-Man 2 this year. Of course, I've definitely been hyped for different games, but what I mean is the hype that I was feeling for Halo Infinite, knowing that this was going to be a shooter, knowing that this was going to be another Halo game, honestly, for me, I hadn't really felt hype like that since like probably the hype leading up to Titanfall 2's release way back in 2016. But when this game first came out, dude, yeah, it was just really rough. I don't need to tell you. If you were there, you know all about it. And if you don't, I mean, I'm sure you heard about it or you saw people talking shit about it because for years people have. And that's the problem. It took a little over 2 years for this game to finally get to where it's at right now. And yes, while I know a lot of you in the comments are going to tell me, dude, it took 2 years, 2 years too late. I've already moved on. I'm playing something else, whatever. And that's fine. If you don't have no interest in this game, if you don't want to go back and play it, that's fine. I'm not trying to force you. I'm just saying, and I'm making this video because personally, I've talked a lot of shit about this game. And seeing the turnaround that it's had, this is kind of what I wanted to happen, like seeing the game get more maps, seeing the game get more modes, seeing 343 bring in Forge. I mean, dude, Forge in Halo Infinite is probably the best Forge we've had in any Halo game, probably after Halo 5. I didn't really put a lot of time into Halo 5, really barely any, but I know that a lot of people in the community highly regard Halo 5's Forge mode. I have a lot of memories with Halo Reach's Forge mode. I used to make maps with my friends back in the day, but with Halo Infinite, I honestly think that we have a contender for probably the best Forge mode out of the entire series. All the creators that have been making maps, that have been remaking maps in Forge from games like Halo 3, I mean, dude, it's insane. If you go into it, you can see the modes, you can see the maps. The amount of variety that we have now with Halo Infinite is huge. And that's the keyword that I want to highlight here is variety. That's what this game didn't have in 2021. When it first came out, it was barren, dude. We only had like maybe 3-4 multiplayer modes. We had BTB. We didn't even have Slayer at launch. Like, do you remember that? Halo Infinite didn't have Slayer when it first came out. And for a Halo game not to have Slayer, that's like Call of Duty coming out and them not having Search and Destroy or not having Team Deathmatch. It's that vital to the experience of Halo. And, this game, dude, it definitely needed a lot of work, but seeing where it is now, I couldn't be happier. The fact that this game also, from the beginning, I've said this about Halo Infinite. I know I didn't make videos when it first came out, but with my friends and other people's and like in my real life circles, I would always tell people that Halo Infinite from the start, in my opinion, has handled content and the battle pass system that they have in the seasons very, very well. If you didn't know, you can go into Halo Infinite right now, and if you missed out on Season 1's battle pass, which I'm sure many people did, because this video is probably going to reach people that have never played Halo Infinite or probably have been considering trying the game for the first time. So if you missed Season 1's Battle Pass, which if you're watching this video and you're trying Halo Infinite for the first time, you most likely did, you can actually go back and play that Battle Pass. You can play Season 2 and Season 3. Whatever season you missed, you can go back and complete that Battle Pass as long as you buy it. You never lose access to it. And that, honestly, to me, that's a very, very great feature because, honestly, like, FOMO is a huge thing that we see now with free-to-play games, whether whether it's Fortnite, Apex Legends. Of course, there's other examples, but those are the two examples that come to most people's minds instantly when you think about free-to-play and when you think, of course, of the Battle Pass or Season Pass system. I think about Fortnite, I think about Apex, and how, you know, Epic and Respawn, they're always kind of cashing in, or they're trying to really tap into the whole FOMO thing, the fear of missing out with a lot of their fans. They release a skin, or they release challenges, or something, some sort of content that's only available for a limited amount of time, therefore making people feel like they're forced to play to earn that before it runs out, before it goes away, you know, the fear of missing out. And with 343 and Halo Infinite, they haven't really done that here with this game. You have full access to everything. I think the only thing that you don't have access to, which makes sense, is timed events. Like, I think like the first Tenrai event, Fractured Tenrai event, if you missed out on that, I don't think you can tap into that again. And same goes with other timed events that have happened throughout this game's life cycle. But with the timed event, that kind of makes sense. I mean, it's in the name, it's a timed event. But overall, dude, I mean, Halo Infinite's turnaround, it's been pretty incredible. I mean, I'm looking at the list of modes that we have right now to play. I mean, if you go into multiplayer, you got the new one that just came out, Halo 3 Refueled, which if you don't know, like I was talking about Forge, 343 actually brought a couple of Forge maps that recreated Halo 3's maps into the actual rotation of regular multiplayer. That is incredible. You got Husky Raid, Big Team Social, Squad Battle, Ranked Doubles, BTB, Infection, Super Fiesta, Quick Play, Ranked Arena, Team Doubles, Lone Wolves, Team Slayer, Tactical Slayer, Bot Bootcamp. You have so many options now, dude. When this game first came out, I think we only had BTB and Quick Play, and I think Ranked Arena. I think that was the only thing that was here when this game first came out. And now when you go to the multiplayer menu, you can scroll all the way to the bottom and you have options and different things to play. That's not including, of course, if you go into Forge. Like, if you go into Forge, you can make your own maps, you can do your own things, you can script AI. It's incredible the turnaround that this game has had. And yes, I know it sounds like I'm just kissing this game's ass, like I'm just blowing 343 in this video, but listen, the game still has issues. Connection is still a huge disparity within this game's community. A lot of people that don't play in the US, if you watch Mint Blitz, shout out Mint, he's insane. If you watch Mint Blitz like I do, you've probably heard him talk about, since he's in Australia, the ping being super high, SBMM, skill-based matchmaking, being an absolute, just for lack of a better term, being a cancer on this game's life and just the overall community, because it's really annoying having to deal with skill-based matchmaking when, if you just want to chill out and play Halo and have fun, you can't really do that if skill-based matchmaking is screwing you over, giving you the worst teammates, or since you keep getting worse teammates, or since you're not having a good time, people keep leaving your team. So you're left having like maybe a 2v4 or something like that, and that's not fun. Nobody wants to deal with that. So of course, the game isn't perfect. By no means am I saying that Halo Infinite is perfect and, you know, it's this amazing shooter now and it's like one of the best Halo games in the franchise, in the series. I'm not saying that. Does it have potential? Yeah, but we also can't ignore the elephant in the room, being that, yeah, it took 2 years for this game to finally turn around. I mean, it's about time, right? I hate to sound like an asshole, but let's be real. It's about time that this game had a turnaround. I'm just happy that it's finally had it. With that being said, dude, the content, lack of content, I should say, in this game, not really a problem anymore. The lack of variety, not really a problem anymore. Honestly, for me, the only things that I want to see improved or changed with Halo Infinite going forward is definitely more content. I love the fact that 343's listened and they've given us, you know, a good amount. But of course, I'm not going to complain about getting more Forge maps being brought into the regular rotation of multiplayer. I'm not going to complain if we see, you know, more modes added in the future or more weapons, which is probably my other biggest issue with this game. Is I definitely think the game could benefit and it needs to have more variety in weapons. I want to see OG weapons brought back. I want to see like OG shotguns brought back. I want to see OG pistol brought back. Just different weapons. I definitely think we could benefit, from having more weapons in this game, more variety with how we play, and the connection. That's another thing that I've seen a lot of people talking about, the skill-based matchmaking as well. I don't know how, of course, I'm just a guy on the internet talking shit. I don't know about coding. I don't know how to actually make a game or develop it. So I don't know the kind of work that goes into, you know, changing up your code for connecting players or your matchmaking system. I don't know how that works. But I definitely agree with people who complain about skill-based matchmaking, because that's one of the biggest reasons why I stopped playing Call of Duty almost 5 years ago now. And I definitely don't want to stop playing Halo Infinite, because the turnaround that this game has had, like I've been saying throughout this whole video, it's definitely something that I wanted a long time ago, and I'm really happy that it's finally happening. With all that being said, though, let me know what you think about the current state of Halo Infinite, 343, and just this entire game's life cycle, because if you've been following it from the beginning, like I have, you definitely know that it's been a wild ride, to say the least. But yeah, my name's Nico. Thank you so much to all of you for watching this video. Let me know what you think about Halo Infinite, the state of the game, and if you've been playing it, or if you're looking forward to trying it, or if you're still holding off and just waiting until maybe something like Firefight comes to the game, which we know is going to be arriving in Halo Infinite later this season in Season 5, or I think maybe later this year. I'm definitely looking forward to Firefight. I plan on playing that with my friends for hours on end, because we have a lot of memories with that in Reach and ODST. But yeah, I'm rambling too much in this video. My name's Nico. You know what to do. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, all that stuff. I'll see all of you in the next one.